From the Don Henley School for Taking Offense at literally every human utterance, this is Kurt Berglund with the premiere of King of the Hill, APBA Hall of Fame set baseball. That's right, King of the Hill. We've divided the Hall of Fame set into 8 separate teams, and we are ready to get going. 10 wins gets you in the playoffs, but the only way you play is if you keep winning. Today, the 1981 to the present National League visits the 1981 to the present American League. The opposing pitchers, Roger Clemens for the American League. He is an AXYZ modifiers. And Greg Maddux for the National League. He is an A and with XZ modifiers. We're playing the APBA basic game. Both teams have number 1 rated defense, fielding 1 defense. There is no DH in the King of the Hill season, and the roster sizes are fixed at 27 players apiece. Let's go to the lineups and get rolling. For the visiting National League, their lineup goes like this. Tim Raines leads off in left field. Tony Gwynn bats second. He's playing center field. Barry Bonds bats third, and he's in right field. Oof, the throwing arms in this outfield, yikes. Batting fourth and doing the catching, it's Mike Piazza. Batting fifth at third base, it's Chipper Jones. Batting sixth at second base, Ryan Sandberg. Batting seventh at first base, Jeff Bagwell. Batting eighth at shortstop, it's Ozzie Smith. And batting ninth and on the mound, it's Greg Maddux. For the homestanding American Leaguers, leading off in left field, it's Ricky Henderson. Batting second at second base, Paul Molitor. Batting third in center field, it's Ken Griffey Jr. Batting fourth at first base, it's Frank Thomas. Batting fifth at third base, it's George Brett. Batting sixth at shortstop, it's Robin Yount. Batting seventh in right field, Harold Baines. And batting eighth and doing the catching, it's Ivan Rodriguez. And batting ninth and on the mound, it's Roger Clemens. And it's time for Roger to get ready to do some dealing. Here we go. We're reading the red die first, the white die second. And if I don't drop the dice everywhere, we're going to start a game. Here we go. There's the first pitch from Clemens, and that is a strikeout, number 1 of Tim Raines on a 13. And here we go. Tony Gwynn with 1 out in the first. And that is a base hit to right field. It drops right in front of Harold Baines. And Tony Gwynn is aboard with a single. Let's see if they want to do something crazy like, I don't know, put a play on with Barry Bonds at the plate. Clemens pitch. And this one is definite trouble. It's a shot over first. It's Frank Thomas. Tony Gwynn is on the run from first base. Harold Baines is going to chase it down in the corner, but Gwynn is going to score on the Barry Bonds double, and it's 1-0 National League in the first inning as Gwynn scores all the way from first on Barry Bonds double. Now Piazza comes to the plate with 1 out and a chance to drive home the second run. Barry Bonds is only 180 feet away. And the pitch. Popped him up. Robin Yount on the infield grass is going to call for it and take it, and that's out number 2. Now they got Chipper Jones up with Ryan Sandberg on deck. Clemens to the belt, checks Bonds at second. The pitch home to Chipper. Grounder towards second, knocked down by Molitor, and it's going to be a base hit for Chipper Jones. Bonds will stop at third. There's National Leaguers at the corners with 1 out now, or with 2 outs now, and Ryan Sandberg coming to the plate. Clemens in a first inning jam. He's already given up 1 run. The pitch to Sandberg is a comebacker to Clemens. He gloves it and flips to the big hurt at first base, and that will retire the National League in the first inning. They score 1 on 3 hits. They leave 2, and it's 1-0 National Leaguers after a half an inning. Here comes Greg Maddux facing Henderson, Molitor, and Ken Griffey Jr. in the first inning. Here's Maddux' pitch to Henderson, and that's a 14, and that's a walk. He walks Henderson. Molitor steps in, and there goes Ricky. Piazza's throw down to Sandberg is not in time, and Sandberg beefs a little bit with the umpire, but Henderson is safe with a steal, and Molitor has a chance to drive home the tying run. Maddux to the belt, the pitch to Paulie. Is a ground ball to Ozzie Smith. He charges it, and then Ricky Henderson takes advantage and moves to third. And he's 90 feet away now with 1 out. It's Griffey Jr. and Maddux in his own first inning jam. Infield gonna play back. Pitch is trouble. It's a hanger. Oop. And that is hit deep to left, and it's going to get over Bond's head. Going to rattle off the wall. Henderson scores from third, and Junior makes it to second with his double in the first inning. We're tied at 1. We might have a softball game breaking out here. It's 1-1 in the first. Frank Thomas up. Maddux checks Griffey at second. The pitch home to the big hurt. There goes deep left field. Tim Raines to the wall, and that's gone. And it's 3-1 American League in the first inning. We do have a softball game breaking out. Griffey scores ahead of the big hurt. It's 3-1 American League in the first inning. George Brett stands in against Maddux. Ground ball Ozzie. He charges on a hop and takes the throw to Bagwell, and there's 2 gone in the American League first. Here comes Rockin' Robin Yount. 2 outs, nobody on for Yount. Strikes him out. That's Maddox's first, but the American League strikes back with 3 in their first inning and take a 2-run lead at 3-1 after 1. They score 3 runs on 2 hits. They leave none. It's 3-1 American League as we go to the second inning. Roger Clemens with a new lease on life. It'll be Bagwell, Ozzie, and then Maddux coming up for the National League against Clemens. And this is trouble. It's a hanger. It's a hanger to Bagwell, and this is a base hit. Base hit left center for Bagwell, and the National League's at it again. Ozzie Smith at the plate. The pitch to Ozzie is ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Another one from Clemens. Chopper off Clemens' glove. Molitor charges. He won't make a play, and everybody's going to be safe. Bagwell makes it to second. Ozzie is safe at first, and now it's Maddux coming to the plate. See if what they want to do here. Do they want to put a play on or not? First and second, nobody out for Maddux. He can handle the bat a little bit. The pitch, he squares to bunt. Bounces toward Thomas. Thomas fumbles the ball. Everybody's going to be safe. And, you got to exercise. You got to practice those fundamentals. And the bases are now dripping with National Leaguers. In the second inning, it's 3-1 American League. Clemens in a jam. Raines at the plate. He struck out in the first inning. The infield is back for a double play. The pitch to Tim Raines. Bounced to Molitor. He flips to Yount at short. The relay to Thomas is in time for a 4-6-3 double play. It's a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play, but Bagwell scores from third, and Ozzie advances to third. So it's a 3-2 game now, and now Gwynn can drive home the tying run. He's only 90 feet away. The pitch from Clemens, and he did just that. It's a base hit for Tony Gwynn. No, it's caught by Ricky Henderson on the run. So the National League has to settle for 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1. And after 1.5, it's 3-2 American League. Clemens dodges a huge bullet thanks to a double play ball. For the American League, it's Baines, Rodriguez, and Clemens in the second. Pitch to Harold. Popped him up. Chipper Jones on the infield dirt is going to take it, and there's 1 gone in the first. Ivan Rodriguez. Ground ball short. That's Ozzie. To his right. Throws to Bagwell. 2 down, and now Clemens. Not an accomplished batsman. Hey, strikes him out. That's number 2 for Maddox. We've played 2. It's 3-2 American League. Coming up in the third for the National League, it's the meat of the order. Barry Bonds, Mike Piazza, and Chipper Jones. There's a drive to right. Deep Baines to the wall, but you can forget it. It is gone. Barry Bonds has left the building, and so has Elvis. It's 4-2 National. We're tied at 3. Sorry, I don't know who's up. 3-3 game now. Barry Bonds ties it with a long dong. Piazza comes to the plate, lifts this one to center. It's Junior coming on, and he'll make the catch for the first out in the third inning. We got a 3-3 game. We've decided nothing. Chipper Jones, and there's the trouble. It's a hanger. Base hit. Right center, it's going to split Griffey and Baines. Chipper Jones is going to have himself a 2-bagger. The lead run is 180 feet away for Sandberg. Clemens not throwing a gem. Sandberg's 0 for 1 as he stands in. The pitch. This is lifted to center field. Here comes Junior jogging in. He's going to make the catch. 2 down. And now Bagwell is up with Ozzie on deck. They're going to walk Bagwell with first base open and pitch to Ozzie Smith. Greg Maddox is in the on-deck circle. First and second, 2 outs. Smith is 1 for 1. The pitch from Clemens. Ball 2. Ball 2. Ozzie's ahead in the count. And this one is a looper over second base, just past Molitor's outstretched leaping glove. Base hit for Ozzie. He brings home the lead run for the National League. It's 4-3 National League. Bagwell makes it all the way to third. Maddox comes to the plate now. And Clemens is in trouble, so that American League bullpen is going to get working. Mike Musina is going to start throwing in the American League bullpen. Maddox comes to the plate. First pitch taken by Maddox. There goes Ozzie. The throw down to Molitor is not in time, and Ozzie steals second. Second and third now. Bagwell at third. Ozzie at second. It's 4-3 National League. Maddox up with 2 outs. The pitch from Clemens. Hey, struck him out, and that's Rogers' second strikeout on the day. The National League scores 2 on 3 hits. They leave 2. And after 2.5, it's 4-3 National Leaguers. Here comes Maddox, seeing if he can control the natives a little bit. 4-3 lead for him. It'll be Ricky Henderson, Paul Molitor, and Ken Griffey Jr. Pitch to Ricky. There's a hanger. Oh, man. That's inside the line for Henderson, and it's going to be trouble. There goes Raines digging it out of the corner. And Ricky's got himself a two-bagger with nobody out in the third. Molitor coming up. 0 for 1 for Paul on the day. Tying run 180 feet away. Maddox to the belt. The pitch. Ground ball. Chipper Jones. Gloves it. Here comes Ricky to third. The throw to first is in time. Ricky is safe on the head-first slide into third base. And with one out, the tying run is now 90 feet away for Junior Griffey. 4-3 lead for the National League. Griffey 1 for 1 with a run scored and a ribby. The pitch. Looper, left field. It's off Raines' glove. He makes an error. Junior's going to get to second on the error, and Henderson scores from third. We are tied at 4. Frank Thomas comes up. He hit a 2-run dong in the first inning. 4-4 game. Thomas can help them take the lead. Maddox to the belt. The pitch home. Hey, struck him out. That's number 3 for the Maddox, for the Mad Dog. And now it's George Brett with 2 outs, and Junior's still at second. The pitch to Brett. Ground ball, Chipper. He gloves it to his right, throws across the diamond, and retires the American League. After 3, we're tied at 4. 4-4 ball game, and Clemens coming back out. For the 4th inning, it'll be the top of the order for the National League. Raines, Gwynn, and Bonds. Raines 0 for 2. Pitch to Timmy, hit in the air to left. That's Ricky Henderson, and he's in his tracks. He will call for it and take it. 1 gone in the National League 4th. Gwynn. Another one for Ricky. This one's toward the line. He's going to get there, and that's 2 gone. And now it's Bonds. Bonds 2 for 2 with a pair of ribbies. And Clemens wants no part of him. He draws a walk. Down to first base goes Barry, and Piazza comes to the plate. Mike is 0 for 2. Clemens to the belt, checks Bonds at first. The pitch home to Mike. Ball 2. He's adding the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Clemens to the belt again. The pitch home. This has an ugly feel to it. Bouncing ball toward Molitor. Bad hoppage through. Bonds on the run is going to get all the way to third base. There's National Leaguers at the corners with 2 outs. And now it's Chipper Jones against Roger Clemens. Jones is 2 for 2 with a run scored. He can break the tie. Clemens to the belt. The pitch home. Hey, struck him out. That's number 3 for Roger. And after it's the first inning that the National League has not scored. After 3.5, we got a 4-4 game cooking in the King of the Hill APBA Hall of Fame set season. For the American League in the bottom of the 4th, it's Yount, Baines, and Rodriguez. Coming up, pitch from Maddox. Yount draws a walk. Baines coming up. Nobody out. Yount at first. Baines at the plate. Maddox to the belt. Checks Yount. The pitch home. There goes Robin. The pitch to Baines. Bouncing ball towards Sandberg. He gloves it and throws to Bagwell as Yount moves up to second base. With one out, it's Rodriguez. Roger Clemens is on deck. They might hit for him. We'll see what happens here. Might have had enough. Musina still throwing in the bullpen. Rodriguez is 0 for 1. Yount working on his lead at second. The pitch home. Chopper first, gloved by Bagwell. He's going to take it himself with Robin moving to third. 2 outs now, and the go-ahead run at third base, and here comes Clemens. They're going to let him pitch. All right, they're going to let him hit. Yeah, they're going to let him hit. Here we go. Robin at third. Clemens at the plate. Maddox pitch. Ground ball short. Ozzie takes it. Throws to Bagwell, and that retires the American League. So we've played 4, and we're tied at 4 in the King of the Hill Game 1. For the National League in the 5th, it's Sandberg, Bagwell, and Ozzie coming up. And Rhino with a base hit. To get the 5th inning started, it bounces in right field in front of Baines. So Sandberg is on now, and Bagwell coming to the plate. Clemens to the belt, the pitch. This is grounded at Molitor. He flips to Yount for 1, and a hard slide by Sandberg takes out Yount. So they only get 1. Bagwell is safe on the fielder's choice. And now Ozzie is up with Maddox on deck. Ozzie is 2 for 2. This is a base hit over Frank Thomas's head. Bagwell's going to go to third. There's National Leaguers at the corners with Maddox coming up, and he can handle a bat. What are they going to do here? There's 1 out. Clemens in trouble again. Maddox is 0 for 2 on the day. There's 1 out and men at the corners. The pitch to Greg Maddox. Ground ball, Molitor. He flips to Yount covering, and the relay to Thomas is in time. They turn the double play. It's a 4-6-3 soul-crushing, rally-killing double play turned by the American League. Or by the American League, and Clemens gets out of a jam. We are halfway through this one, and we've decided nothing. It's 4-4 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Top of the order for the American League: Henderson, Molitor, and Ken Griffey Jr. And Ricky is just a hitting machine. Base hit to left, drops in front of Raines. And he's aboard for the 3rd time. Now let's see if they put a play on with him. Molitor stands in. He takes the first pitch. There goes Ricky. The throw from Piazza down to Ozzie is not in time, and Ricky Henderson steals second base. So with first base open, Maddox now pitches to Molitor. 0 for 2 for Paulie on the day. The pitch. Line shot, caught by Ozzie. The flip to Sandberg is in time for a line drive. Soul-crushing, rally-killing double play turned by the National League. And there's 2 outs now in the bottom of the 5th for Junior. 1 for 2 for Ken. This is grounded toward short, gloved by Ozzie. He throws to Bagwell, and that retires The American League in the bottom of the fifth, we've played 5, and we're tied at 4. Due up for the National League, it's Raines, Gwynn, and Bonds. Raines 0 for 3 in the top of the 6th. Tied at 4, the pitch to Timmy. Base hit left field. Drops in front of Ricky Henderson. Raines is aboard with his first hit. He's now 1 for 4. Works on his lead. Gwynn stands in there. Takes the pitch. Pudge throws down on the Raines steal attempt. The tag by Yount is not in time, and Tim Raines steals second base. He's in scoring position to break the tie if Gwynn can bring him home. Tony's behind in the count 0-1. The pitch home to Gwynn. Hey, struck him out. That's Clemens' 4th. And now it's Bonds with Piazza on deck. They're going to face him, or at least it looks like they're going to face him. Bonds is 2 for 2. The pitch. Hey, draws a walk. It's the old intentional walk as Piazza comes to the plate now and is a double play target if they can get him to hit it on the ground. Pitch to Mike. Ball 2, taken outside. He's ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch to him. Tapper Thomas. He gloves, flips to Clemens, covering. Rogers steps on the base, and he's spiked by Piazza. It could be a little retribution for the old bat-throwing incident. Piazza steps on Clemens' foot, and he is done for the game. Clemens coming out, injured after 5 2/3 innings. We'll give you Rogers' numbers. Here comes Mussina. He has been throwing in the bullpen. He will face Chipper Jones first. Clemens' numbers, 5 2/3 innings pitched. He allowed 12 hits. He walked 2 unintentionally, 1 intentionally, struck out 4. He allowed 4 runs, and 3 of them are earned, but he's got a couple of guys on base that are his responsibility. Raines moved to third, and Bonds moved to second on that play, and so second and third with 2 outs for Chipper. He can break the tie. Mussina to the belt, the pitch home. This one is hit in the air to right field. Harold Baines toward the line will make the catch, and that retires the National League in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-4 in Game 1 of the King of the Hill tournament. It's Thomas, Brett, and Yount for the Americans against Maddox. Ground ball, Ozzie. He takes it, throws to Bagwell, 1 down. Brett stands in. George is 0 for 2. This is to right. Bonds toward right center will make the catch, and that's 2 gone. And now Yount from Maddox, hit to center, but not deep. This is Tony Gwynn who will make the catch. 5 in a row, or 6 in a row retired now for Maddox, and we've played 6, and we're tied at 4. We had a good one in the first game of the King of the Hill season. Mike Mussina is on in relief of an injured Roger Clemens. In the 7th, he will face Sandberg, Bagwell, and Ozzie for the National League. Pitch from Mussina. Ground ball, Thomas. He gloves it, flips to Mussina covering. There's 1 gone. Now it's Bagwell. Bagwell, 1 for 2. Mussina's pitch. Looper, base hit over the out. Bagwell's aboard. He's the go-ahead run. And now it's Ozzie with Maddox standing in the on-deck circle, but will he bat? That's the question. Ozzie is 3 for 3. Musina's pitch. Ball 2. He's ahead in the count again. Ozzie working the count. Ball 4. 2 on now for the National League. And they are going to the bench. That's it for Maddox. Maddox went 6 innings, allowed only 4 hits. But he also allowed 4 runs. He struck out 3 and walked 2 men. All 4 runs are earned. Looking for a pinch hitter now for Maddox. And it's going to be Larry Walker to face Musina. With 1 out and men at first and second. Larry Walker up in the top of the 7th, batting for Maddox. In the National League bullpen, there is now activity. It's going to be Billy Wagner throwing in the National League bullpen. He will be the next pitcher. And Larry Walker stands in with 2 out, with 1 out. Bagwell at second and Ozzie at first. The pitch to him from Musina is ball 2. Taking ball 2. Head in the count. The pitch. Ball 4. Musina with control trouble, and now the American League gets activity going in their pen. The bases are dripping with National Leaguers, and the American League needs some relief. It's Dan Quisenberry and Andy Pettit throwing in the American League bullpen. The infield is going to play in the 7th inning. Walker at first, Ozzie at second, Bagwell at third, Raines at the plate, and the infield is in. The pitch to from Musina. Ground ball third. Charging is Brett. The throw home. Oh, no. That's a foul ball off Raines' foot. So it's 2 strikes on Tim. Here's the next pitch. Curveball. Raines swings right through it. That's 2 outs. And it's Musina's first strikeout, and boy, did he need it. The bases are still loaded now with 2 outs. And Gwynn at the plate. Musina in an A1 jam. Pitch to Tony. Line drive. Mahler leaps over his glove. Base hit for the all-time superstar Tony Gwynn. That's going to score Bagwell from third. It's going to score Ozzie from second. And it's going to send Larry Walker all the way to third base. A 2-run single for Tony Gwynn. It's 6-4 National League. And Bonds is now due. And that's going to do it for Musina. And that's going to bring on Andy Pettit to pitch here in the 7th to face Bonds. Quisenberry still throwing. Here comes Andy facing Bonds. He'll be elevated to a B upon entry. First and third for the National League. There are 2 outs. The pitch to Bonds. Ball 4, they're loaded. Bonds' third walk of the game. Now it's Piazza, and here comes Joe Torre. He wants Quisenberry, and Quisenberry it shall be. But we're going to see a double switch here as George Brett is being taken out of the game. And we're going to have a new third baseman. It's going to be Wade Boggs, who will bat ninth and play third base. American League's defense stands at a fielding 1. Got to get organized here a little bit. So Boggs will bat ninth. And Quisenberry will bat in the 5th spot. He's on now to face Piazza. The bases are loaded with National Leaguers. There are 2 outs, and they have a 6-4 lead. Quisenberry to the belt. The pitch home. Looper, diving, Yount knocks it down, base hit, stays on the infield. Walker scores from third. Gwynn goes to third. Bonds moves up to second, and Piazza is safe with an RBI single. 7-4 National League, and it's Chipper Jones now. Hey, strikes him out, and that's Quisenberry's first strikeout. But the National League put up a crooked number. A 3-run 7th gives him a 3-run lead. It's 7-4 as we go to the stretch. Let's see what they're going to do here. Billy Wagner is going to come in. He is going to bat in the 4th spot in the batting order as he takes over on the mound. We're going to have a new catcher. It's going to be Gary Carter. And he will catch and bat in the 9th spot. Double switch for the National League. And that actually improves their defense, so they remain a 1. A fielding 1. In the bottom of the 7th now, it'll be Billy Wagner. Wagner is an AKYZ, throwing gas out of the bullpen. He will face Baines, Ivan Rodriguez, and Wade Boggs. So good time for a lefty to come in. 0 for 2 for Baines. The pitch to him is lifted to center field, and that's Tony Gwynn. 1 man out. Now comes Rodriguez. 0 for 2. Hit to left and deep. Rains to the wall. It's gone as Rodriguez turns around a Billy Wagner fastball. Pudge has left the building, so has Elvis. It's 7-5. American League fighting back. And now it's Boggs, who's not intimidated by a left-handed flamethrower. He faced a few of those. First at bat for Wade, and this is a hanger. And it's trouble. Right center field, it's going to split Bonds and Gwynn and roll all the way to the wall. There goes Boggs to second base with a double. American League fighting back. They've answered every challenge by the National League so far. Ricky Anderson coming to the plate. National League getting the bullpen going again. This time it's Lee Arthur Smith. Every team wants every game because if you lose, you stop playing. 2 for 2 for Henderson on the day. The pitch to him. Popped up, drifting into foul territory. Chipper Jones will make the catch, and that's 2 outs now for Molitor, who's got that short swing that could give Wagner problems. Paulie's 0 for 3. The pitch to him. Ground ball, Chipper Jones. He's going to throw to Bagwell, and that will retire the American League in the 7th. They score 1 on a couple of hits, leave 1. After 7, it's 7-5 National League. Both teams scratching and clawing. For the National League in the 8th, it's Sandberg, Bagwell, and Ozzie Smith coming up against Quisenberry. Rhino is 1 for 4. The pitch. Lifted to center. Ken Griffey Jr. will make the catch. 1 gone. Now it's Bagwell. Baggy 2 for 3. Comebacker. No! Comebacker, glove by Quiz. He's going to throw to Thomas, and that's 2 gone. And now Ozzy, who's had a big day. 3 for 3 with a walk. He's got a ribby. He's got a run scored. He's got a stolen base. Pitch to him. Looper left field with a snatch catch by Ricky. No, he drops the ball. And Ozzy is safe on the error. That's going to bring up Carter for his first plate appearance. Ozzy at first with 2 outs. Ground ball, Boggs. He goes the short way to Molitor, and that will retire the National League in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th with the National League nursing a 7-5 lead. And Billy Wagner is coming back out to face Ken Griffey Jr. Lee Smith still throwing in the bullpen. The pitch is ball 4. The tying run will come to the plate now in Frank Thomas. And, oh boy. Yeah, they're going to let Wagner face him. Thomas coming to the plate. Griffey at first. The pitch to the big hurt. Ball 2. He's ahead in the count. If he hits a long one, we're tied. Again, the pitch. Ground ball. Knocked down by Chipper. Picks it up. Throws to first. Gets him by an eyelash, and Junior moves up to second base. Now it's Quisenberry's spot. They are going to hit for him. With the left-hander Wagner on the mound, it's going to be Kirby Puckett to pinch hit for Dan Quisenberry. No sign of the union gap, and that's going to do it for Wagner. As Lee Smith is going to come on now with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th to face Puckett. And Kirby's first appearance. Smith to the belt. Checks Junior at second. There's 1 man out. The pitch home. Hit to left. Rains on the run. He's going to get there, and that's 2 gone. And now it's Robin Yount. Yount coming to the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. He can tie it. He can jolt one. The pitch from Smith. Ground ball, Sandberg. Gloves it. Flips to Bagwell. Retires the side. We're going to the 9th. The National League leads 7-5 in Game 1 of the King of the Hill. Tim Raines, Tony Gwynn, Barry Bonds coming up in the top of the 9th, and Mariano Rivera is coming on to hold the fort. Rivera will bat in the 6th spot as we see another double switch. And no, he won't. No, he won't. He's going to bat in the 5th spot where Puckett just hit. So Rivera will bat 5th if it gets to that. He will face, top of the order, Raines, Gwynn, and Boggs in the 9th. National League wants insurance. They're ahead 7-5. The pitch. Ground ball out. He throws to Thomas, and there's one man out. Tony Gwynn. 2 for 5 for Gwynn. Hit to center. Griffey back a few steps, but he's going to get there, and that's 2 gone. And now Bonds against Rivera. He walks him. 4th walk for Bonds. 6th time on base. Smith due, but will not bat. We're going to see a pinch hitter as the National League is going to go for one here. And here comes Sammy Sosa to do just that. With 2 outs and Bonds at first, Sosa stands in against Mariano Rivera. The pitch. Chopper off Rivera's glove. Everyone's going to be safe as Bonds slides into second, something you don't see very often. And Sosa is safe at first. 2 on now for Chipper Jones, and Rivera's in a jam. He has got to hold them here. 2 outs, 2 on, Bonds at second, Sosa at first, Chipper at the plate, who's 2 for 5. And it's a hanger from Rivera. And trouble. It's going to split Henderson and Junior Griffey in left center and go to the wall. Bonds will score. Sosa will score. Chipper's on second with a double. It's 9-5 National League. And the 61-80 team is starting to realize who they're playing tomorrow. Sandberg, 1 for 5. Would love to drive Chipper home for run number 10. Rivera spitting the bit when his team needs him. The pitch. Ground ball, Boggs. He throws to Thomas, and that will retire the National League in the 9th. They score 2 on a pair of hits and leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 9-5 National League in Game 1 of the King of the Hill. We've got a new pitcher on. It's Trevor Hoffman. They're playing Hell's Bells. Hoffman will bat in the 4th spot. And face the bottom third of the American League order. It's Baines, Rodriguez, and then Wade Boggs. With a 4-run lead, it's 9-5 National League. Will the American League go to the bench? And the answer, yes, they will. So the first man up is going to be Robbie Alomar, batting for Baines. Against Trevor Hoffman. Nobody on. Leadoff batter, bottom of the 9th. The American League needs 4 runs off Trevor Hoffman. The pitch. Ground ball, Ozzie gloves it and throws. One gone. Now it's Rodriguez. He's being called back, and he's not happy about it. And Torrey doesn't care. It's going to be Don Mattingly batting for Pudge Rodriguez against Hoffman. One out in the ninth. Hoffman, the belt, the pitch. Combacker, gloved by Hoffman. He jogs toward first a couple of steps and flips to Bagwell. There's two gone. Wade Boggs might be the last chance. He's 1 for 1 with a double on the day. The pitch from Hoffman. He draws a walk. And the American League stays alive for Ricky. 2 for 3 for Ricky with a walk. Hoffman to the belt. The pitch to Ricky. Hit to center, Tony Gwynn. This'll do it. When it comes down, the National League keeps playing, and he's got it, and that's the ball game. It's a 9-5 National League victory over the American League on the road. The line scores in quite an offensive explosion in Game 1 for the victorious National Leaguers from 1981 to the present. 9 runs on 17 hits and 1 error. For the vanquished American Leaguers, from 1981 to the present, 5 runs on 6 hits, and they committed 2 errors. Yeah, that's right. 2 errors. Winning pitcher in the ball game is Greg Maddux. Losing pitcher is Mike Mussina. And there is no save. Game 2 will be the 1961 to the 1980 team with Tom Seaver on the mound facing the National Leaguers from 1981 to the present. On the mound for that team will be Dwight Gooden. So it'll be Seaver versus Gooden in a battle of Mets alums. But the difference is the National League will now be the home team, and the 1961 to 1980 ball club will have to knock them off the hill in the King of the Hill format. Want to thank you so much. This was an exciting first game. I'm loving this format. I'm loving this whole deal. Going to continue with the project. Stay tuned for more. Please subscribe if you have not. My name's Kurt Berglund. We got to stick together, everybody. I hope you have a great evening. So long, everybody.